Hey everybody, welcome back to our fitzNewsArchive page. We're going to go ahead and finish this up, and we're going to make our page more responsive. In this day and age, pages definitely need to be responsive, and we're going to go ahead and discuss how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do at W3 Schools, we're going to use our media queries. I'm certain that we've done this before, however, we're going to do it once more. We're going to use our media queries. The first step is we need to get this responsive meta tag. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to copy that responsive meta tag. We're going to go ahead and toss that then right above our title so we can go ahead and start doing a little bit of responsive design. So we're going to do some both in the style tags here as well as on our CSS, but we're going to go ahead and start in our CSS file because we forgot some things. So our container is the thing that we definitely forgot to do the first time. So what container does is it shrinks your content, and that's what we're going to use it for as well. So generally I'll shrink the page to be 80%. You can mess with it if you want. You can do something different. 80% with a margin of auto, so it's 80% of the page centered. We're additionally going to add a padding of 2 VH so we can push all of our content a little further away from the edge of the page. Just like that, everything is as it should be. Now, at the smaller screen size, you can see right here, the container size definitely doesn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our first media query in, and we're going to do @media. This is only for screen as opposed to printing. And we're going to go ahead and give our rule right here in a second. So I like to finish it out, and then what we can we'll just go with it for now. So this is going to be a max width of 992 pixels. So anything smaller than that will just be our normal CSS. So at the 992 pixels, what we want to do is we want our container to go ahead and be 100% of the width of the page. And then additionally, that'll be fine for now. So let's go ahead and just double check this. I have this called open. I opened this outside of Dreamweaver because I was having some issues making this work out. So when we shrink our screen, you can see our container change right here. So you can see there, that's over 992 pixels, and it jumps up, under, and it goes, and it shrinks as it should. So now you notice also that at this size, the boxes for our videos kind of don't work that well. So for this particular rule, at this screen size, I think they work probably fine. But at this one, we definitely want to mess with the video boxes as well. So we actually don't really want to do that in this. That would be a little bit confusing, I think. So let's go back to our source code here, and we're going to make our media query in here. So this is only, again, for the screen. And we are going to say that we want our video box, .vidbox. But we have to first set our property here. So this one will be a max width of, we'll stay with 992. Whoops, that is definitely not it. Max width of 992 pixels. Our video box we'll say go to 100% as well. Oh, geez, my goodness. And then you see it go and it changes there. So let's double check this and see what we like. So we haven't kind of reached our threshold yet. Oh, I haven't refreshed our page. My fault. So we drag it down. There's 100%. And maybe I don't like that very much. We definitely don't necessarily want it to be super ridiculously huge like that. But let's go ahead and change that up a little bit to make that look a little bit nicer. So at 992, as opposed to 100%, let's go ahead and set it to, we'll say 45%. Oh, that doesn't necessarily work out here. Since we messed with some of the margin and padding stuff, sometimes you got to mess with it a little bit. So we'll say 40% at 992, and then we'll add one more rule on. Again, only for the screen. And then we want our rule of this one to be for, we will say a max width. And we'll say probably 800 pixels should work for this. We don't want to go too much smaller than that. For our video box here, vid box, we're going to then set it to a width of 100%. And then let's give it a try. So as we refresh our page, there is our 900 or less than 992. Then at 800, it goes and it changes. So we have all three different setups, as you see there. Now, as we said, you can definitely change the size a little bit too if you wanted to. You can change any of the properties, like just for fun. Let's go ahead and say that we want our video box H3 at 992 pixels, as opposed to purple to be, we'll say, yellow. Oh, geez, my goodness gracious, what is my problem today? We want the background color to be yellow. And then at our smaller screen size, our 800 pixels, then maybe we do vidbox H3. Maybe we make that, I'll type the property first this time, and let's just find a fun one in here in our whatchamacallit here, our Dreamweaver. Let's go for, there's our Rebecca Purple. Let's go for Pale Violet Red, which is, I guess, not the most hideous color I've ever used. So you can definitely change anything you want as long as you type between our curly braces for the media query. Change all the properties that you want, but your site definitely needs to be responsive because every site today should be responsive. Assume that as many people are going to see this on their cell phone as they will on a computer, and it's our job to make sure that it works at both. So there's our responsive media query design, and that pretty much wraps up the information you need for this page, with the exception of our navigation, which we will cover at a later date. So go ahead, finish it up. Good luck, and we'll see you for the next one.